Hello everybody, welcome back to Farming Simulator 22, and we're carrying on the premium expansion map, Zelonka. Now, like I said, this week is going to be aimed at just doing a few episodes on this map and trying out all the new kit. In the first episode, well, apart from having a few bugs, we tried out basically the majority of what you'd do if you were going to harvest through parsnips, and it's the same really for carrots and for red beets really. But we tried a lot of the equipment out, a lot of the harvester tools. I actually enjoyed it a lot. It is a long-winded process. I've learned that. The equipment, there's some equipment that's as fun as it is to use, with it just picking up one row at a time, that it's going to take a while. It's probably something that you'd... I think the best way to put it is if you did a good size field on your own, then you're doing a lot of respect because it's one at a time. And obviously with it being in the crates over there as well, by you doing it on your own, you're obviously going to have to pick them up and obviously unload them unless you're using autoload. But still, it takes time. It does take time, but it's enjoyable. It's a nice new mechanic to the game, and I did enjoy it, especially some of the harvesters. But what we are going to do, we're going to mix it up a little bit for now. We're not going to... I mean, my original plan was to buy... I think I bought field 48, 74, which I didn't actually finish off because I thought I did enough of that after, and got a good idea of how it's going to work out. But I also bought field 80. Now, what I've done is I've sold them 3 fields because what I'm going to do is I've made this field over here, 52, shorter because I want to see the planting side of things. I want to see the whole thing from start to finish. And there is some kit that we need to try out. You know, the main aim of this mini-series is to try out all the new equipment, have a look around the map and get a feel of what the actual premium expansion is offering to gamers that have obviously purchased it. So that's the aim of this series. And I'm only going to focus on it for this week. Still going to do the farmland at the weekend, but my normal court farm and the series I do on Castle now is just for this week. We're just going to replace it with this, just to try out. So this field, what I'm going to do is when the planting seasons come around, we're just going to do like a couple of rows of each. So we're going to do parsnips, carrots, and the red beets. And then we'll harvest it, do everything, take it to the different, obviously, production features, and we'll go from start to finish. So in this episode, it's going to be shorter, hopefully, because last one, well, I just had problems galore. But in this one, we're going to try out a few of the mowers. We're going to try out the 2 mowers that are included. We're going to try out the tedder. We're also going to drop off a few of these things that we've got going on over here, because we've got a full trailer load, again, of parsnips. I've got a few parsnips on that trailer over there. Yeah, there is quite a few. Now, I have to say, one thing I fell in love with instantly is this thing. This thing is bloody awesome. It really is awesome. I attached it to the front of this second Fiat Agri that I spawned in, and I started picking up all the pallets. And I put them onto this low bed that I got in as well, and it was so easy to use. And because it's on the front, it's just really... It feels natural to use. It's not too much of a hassle. Obviously, with it being on the back of your tractor, I feel like it'd probably be a little bit more difficult, but still really good. So I'm actually a big fan of this. This is definitely... kind of one of the items that I just feels, yeah, really good. So let's find it so we can get the name of it. So it's like WIFO. There is 3 things here. You've got a bucket. You've got this attachment that goes on to the front or the back of a tractor, which is like just a forklift attachment. Then you've also got this as well, which is pretty much the same, but it's on 3-point linkage. So it's obviously not automatic. It's not got the hydraulics. You can't lift it up and down. I think there might be another. No, there isn't. They're the only items that we've got included with that kind of company. WIFO, Simply Strong. So yeah, I really like that. Now, I don't know if there's anything like that on ModHub already, but I've never used one, and I actually really like that, I have to say. So we're going to just drop this off. We're going to use a bit of Follow Me, because I've got Follow Me back on, and VCA, and they seem to be working so far. I've had no problems. But we're going to go drop off this trailer. We're going to take it to the soup factory. Same with that one. And we've also got some to pick up from the preserved food, because it's now October. So I have actually gone through 2 days, which actually equals 2 months. I just wanted to show this as well, because this is part of the expansion as well. It's the Selec Winia 57 HTD Excellent. Now, it's tiny. It's a tiny little tractor. But what I will say... It's not that bad. It isn't. I mean, it'd be good for getting around, but I just don't like that kind of turning. That's just personal preference, though. I'm not saying that it's a bad idea or anything. It's just my personal preference is when they turn like this, I don't know. I never. It just feels strange. It just does. Yeah, kind of, I don't know how else to describe it. It just doesn't sit well with me as a gamer. I don't know why. I've just got, you got your own personal preferences to what you enjoy, but it's a really nice tractor. There's a lot of detail to it. Nice little nippy thing, perfect to get around a yard if you got it on your, if you wanted just to find something that was like an equivalent to, I don't know, like a quad bike or something, but obviously with a bit more juice and a bit more power because it's got obviously the linkage and everything. So yeah, not bad at all. But I thought I'd try it out. So let's get this started then. I'm just trying to think. Should we use... I'll tell you what. We'll drive this. And then we'll get the follow me on the other one. No, I'm thinking the best way to go is probably down this way and then turn left somewhere. Let's just park over here because there is traffic on this map. Let's just have a quick look. Down there, so yeah, main road, turn left, down to the bottom. Now, I also want to point out that this texture with like grass, I really like this. And I don't think this is on any other map. So it'd be nice if we can actually implement that somehow onto other maps, and even if it's a painting tool. Because I don't know how it works with painting tools. I don't think they come through. I think the map designer, so like Oxy, for example, when he makes cut form, I think he has to pick what textures you can use. Like landscaping, painting textures. But there's some really nice ones in here. Like this grass one is really cool. This gravel one's nice as well. Sand looks proper spot on. That really does. So it'd be nice down the side of like a riverbed. Then you've obviously got the flagstones as well. So there is a few pretty cool textures that are included with this map. But I don't think they're going to be included into others. But I like this grass. I do. I like it. I think it's nice. It's like the meadow grass. It's like the wild grass, isn't it? It's not grass that we're going to harvest. Well, we're going to mow over there, sorry, in a second. It's not like the grass that we plant down. It's like the wild grass. I do like that. It'd be nice if we can just, paint it down into other maps. It might be something that we can set up or something, I don't know. But yeah, I do like that. Alright, so we've got 10,000 litres of parsnips on here. Let's go take these to the soup factory. We don't need to unload these, luckily, because they'll just automatically go in. Whoa. There we go. So let's follow the fast track. And we'll go on this side. And then we'll travel this. Let's wait for a bit of traffic to clear off, like this one. We'll get moving. Come on. Don't hit that traffic, buddy. And we're on the right side of the road. Because we're in Poland. Oh man, he's cutting that fine, wasn't he? Right, so we can have a good look at the town now as we're driving through. We'll go in first person, just have a, get a better representation of it. I mean, we have had a good fly around, so we've pretty much picked up the majority of everything going on. I'm hoping there's no traffic, especially with follow me. Might need to turn it off really, but should keep it on. Don't hit that, don't hit that. Oh man, that was close. Right, so it should just be on the right hand side over here. Now you can place these down. You don't have to obviously purchase ones on the map. Like we can, for example, place these down. It gives us an option to use them as placeables, which is obviously good because we can go into other maps and do soup and stuff with Soup Factory and everything else, preserve foods. So yeah, I do like that. Might actually leave the JCB here. We're not going to need that trailer for quite some time, so we can just drive straight up to the preserve food factory. And we need to figure out as well where we're going to sell that, because I think we've got like, it actually spawned out quite a lot, and each crate's 2,000 litres as well, which I do like, because it means that you're not hauling as much. So that was pretty cool. And I think we've got about 6 plus another 2. It's not bad. Right, so let's just drop that. Now we should have, I think I've just sold products. We just sold products? I hope not. No, we've put it in there. Wonder why it said sold. Sold product. We've earned some money. It's strange, wasn't it? God knows. But yeah, what we'll do is we'll get this, probably producing a few of the parsnip soup, we may as well activate the parsnip soup and get it doing a few crates of that at least. But we don't want to use it all. But then again, it doesn't really matter because at the end, we're going to take all 3 from that field that we're going to plant in and everything in the next episode. We're going to do that from start to finish, everything. And then we'll bring it down here. We'll speed time up. We'll have a look at every single one, and especially the triple soup, because that's the big one. That's the one that makes the most money. So let's go up and see if we can make a bit of cash just to get a good idea of how much we'd make if we... Oh, man, hellfire. That is on the limit, isn't it, this low bed? There we go, just about. Yeah, it'd be a good idea to see how much we make, because I didn't harvest a massive field, and I didn't even finish it off, and we only took 1 trail load. I think it was like 35,000 litres. So we took 35,000 litres, that's all we took of parsnips to basically just 1 sell point / production facility. We've turned it all, so all the 35,000 litres that I took, we turned all that into what we're picking up now. So it'll give us a good idea of, how much money we can potentially make with, well, little effort, really. That just cut me off. Can you believe it? How rude. Go on, turn. I ain't breaking now. No, bugger off. There you go. You deserve that. Then again, he was stopping for a pedestrian. Anyway, I might even have a look at the piano as well before we finish off with the mowing, because I do want to try out the mowers. I just want to get through a bit of the productions, and this piano, I'm thinking of just spawning everything in and just seeing what actually happens and what it's worth and if it's worth doing, basically. Like, what do we get in return from taking some planks in? Do we need to take something else after? Is it like a big recipe, a big list, a shopping list of things we need to take before we even see anything? So, yeah, we'll have a look at that. Right, so it's just on the right. It's actually a massive factory for what it does. It's huge on this map, because we tip in there and I was looking around thinking, where's it going to be spawning out from? But it's actually all the way around the back of here that it spawns out. And as you can see, we've got 8 pallets. 8 pallets, man. That's crazy. That's 16,000 litres. And then we've got another 2, I think, sitting there. So even though we took 35... Well, we can check, can't we? We can check in here. We took 35. We've got, two technically like two pallets and 400 litres left. But we took 35,000. And I mean, if we get, I don't know, potentially thousands of pounds for this, then that's pretty cool. Right, so let me show you this in action, because I honestly think this is awesome. There's one negative. Now, I think that's because I'm putting it on the front. I can't tip it up, I can't tip it forward and then obviously tip it backwards. Now, I imagine with some of these pallets that you get low to, that might be needed. But honestly, I actually think this is bloody awesome. I really do. Whoop. I just found it. Oh God, I'm saying this now, and I'm making it look a lot harder than it is. But I just found it easy to use. I should probably actually just do one at a time. I was going to make them all sit on top of each other, then pick them up one there. Let's do this properly. And you can see I've got no rear weight on at the minute, and this VIII is finding this pretty straightforward. It's not struggling at all. Now I'm going to put it down here as far as I can get. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to push it forward, so we don't have to, go over to the other side. I think that should do the job. Straightforward. I mean, you've fixed the pallets, haven't they? FS19, the physics of the pallets was just awful. And you can't deny that Giants have smashed it out of the park this time around. Like, you've got to give them credit where credit's due. They really sorted that problem out. And it's now really fun to use. I'm enjoying this. With everyone that's got this DLC and you're playing it like me, probably trying out all the new things, what's your favourite? I'd be interested to know in the comment section. What is everyone's personal opinion? What's your favourite tool, equipment? It could be the crops, it could be anything really. Whatever you think's the favourite thing so far. I'm not actually entirely sure yet, so I'm going to save my answer till the end. So until I've tried out everything, I feel like I can make a fair judgment. But there's definitely some pretty cool stuff. Can I just lift that very slightly, just to turn that up a bit? There we go. Nice. So let's go strap that down. Look at them as well. I don't know if you wanted to know what they look like, but that's what they look like. So you've got loads of jars. Loads of jars of parsnips. Loads. I mean, you're set for life. Right, so I'm going to just carry on with this. A bit of a time lapse just so it speeds up and we don't drag the episode out. And I will get it all on there and we'll go find where we're going to sell it. So we've got 20,000 litres of preserved parsnips. Now that is a lot. For 35,000 litres, for a small amount of that feed, it was only one trail load. We got another trail load, and I didn't even finish. Yeah, I didn't even finish the bloody harvest, so we've done really well here. So what we're going to do is we're going to try something. We're going to sell it to Erlengratt, but we're going to use the train line. So I've rented out the train, I've got it in place, and we're going to go drive to where I feel like there's the best location to load it up. Excusez-moi. Cheers. I think that was the right thing to say. Right, so we're going to take a left by where we get the piano. Now, have I drove past that? I don't think I have yet. Yeah, so we're going to go here. There should be a left turning that we can take. And I think it's this one here. So this should just lead us directly over to where we need to be. Oh, I forgot I haven't got the automatic turn off the indicator. I need to remember that. I actually really like this map. I know I've said there's a few things that aren't, but I like it. I like the grass. I like the way it's laid out. I like the fact it's got train line. It's something new for me, that is. And yeah, I think it's just the farmyards. If the farmyards were, a little bit more sophisticated and there was a lot more going on with them, then I wouldn't have a problem. I mean, even like this track, I just think it's not bad. Yes, it's it's open. It'll probably be an easy one to make for Giants, but I like it. I think it's spot on. And I am enjoying doing these production features, which is new for me because I feel like I've probably neglected it, is the right way to say it. I've not given it the time it deserves because you just enjoy the way you play it, that you just get stuck in the same kind of routine. But I'm enjoying this. I think it's good. And I feel like Parsnips so far, compared to the first set of productions that I tried out on the base game when it first came out, things like flour and the olive oil and all that stuff. Well, maybe not the olive oil, but definitely vegetable and sunflower oil. I didn't think it kind of give you enough in return. Whereas I've got a feeling that these parsnips are going to, they're going to be very kind to us because we've got 20,000 litres and it's one trail load of 35,000. That's it. Didn't take long to process, literally 1 month. So, depending on how you're separating that off, that's all it took. Right, so we're going to turn right here. So the train is just to the left of us here, and the train line, well the train line actually just goes pretty much all down the east coast of the map. It says Erlengratt at the south and at the top. Now, I'm hoping, to be honest, that both of these sell points will accept this, because I've tagged it and this one's flashing, but we're already facing that way. So I'm going to try go north, because even though it's not the one it's tagged, it's the way I'm heading. I don't want to reverse the... Yeah, I don't want to reverse the train. I want to try and go forward, first-person cab view, see what actually happens. So, I'm hoping these are as easy to pick up as they were to place down. I think that should be a good spot as any. We have got to watch out, though. Do you know what? We need to manoeuvre this a bit better, don't we? Because we're going to end up doing so many turns. I think the best way to do this is to reverse it this way. And leave it about there. We'll try to go straight on. There we go. Right, so what I'll do, another time lapse of me just loading these on, just so it doesn't get a bit long-winded. And yeah, we'll jump into the train and let's go earn this cash. Right, so all sorted. We got everything on. I challenged myself at the end. I thought I'd do 4 high. It actually worked really well. Honestly, I think that's could be for me the best item so far. I know that sounds crazy, but I really like it. I do really like that. Now I'm running across this train. This one's called a vehicle wagon, but it was the only like flatbed that I could use. This one's wood chips. That says it's a timber wagon. This one is a sugar beet wagon, and then I think from the side of it, it looks like kind of green. So that's pretty much the gist of that. Now, I mean, it'd be good if I could disconnect and go to the other side, but I don't know if I can actually do that. For looking at the F1 menu, we've got the covers, which I've already opened and messed about with. You can start filling, though. What can I start filling? Select the silo whose content you want to load into your vehicle. Ah. So, yeah, we could have just put it into the silo. Yeah, makes sense. We're going to try it this way. We're going to see what we can do. It says we've got 20,000 litres, so we're just going to... Yeah, we're just going to head off. And obviously we're going to mess about with this. Chew, bloody chew. Right, so where's it taking us? Can we decide which way we want to go, or does it just automatically do that? No, I think it just automatically goes on whatever it's, yeah, gonna do. So that's for logs. Straightforward enough. 50 miles an hour. I mean, it's a lot quicker, isn't it? Shame I can't like switch between to get to the, just have a look at the back, like get a camera angle of the back, but the only thing I can do is that. The train will now drive to Erlengrat and return on the other side of the map. Oh, bloody hell, I thought that wasn't going to go then. So we've earned, well, you can tell we've earned a lot of money. That is crazy. I know I've got it on easy difficulty. I think that's going to have an impact. I have definitely left it on easy. Let's just have a look at comparisons, because I normally play on normal, so that might be why it's so good. But that being said, let's have a look. So these are Erlengrat, the 2700, 2700, and 2700. They're all the same. So let's just change to medium, or normal, should I say. And it's 1,600. That is still really good money. Obviously, it's nowhere near. I mean, there is a big jump from normal difficulty to easy. But 1,600, and even the soup, 2,400, but 2,300 for the, or yeah, 2,300 per potato, 2,100, 100, pretty much 100, and then only 2,400. There's not much difference, is there, really, from the triple to the carrot soup? I mean, it might just be easier because you can obviously just, if you're harvesting everything, then you may as well just make one type. But it's good money. It is good money. We've just made, let's have a look. It's going to be a bit weird because I've spawned in money, but sold products, 56,000. So we've made 56,000. You could take a third off that, I'd say. Yeah, I'd say so. Maybe like a third, just on, maybe a little bit like half, just something like that into. So I'd say you'd make about 30,000 from that one load. So not bad at all. Not bad at all. Really worth doing, but I don't know why it's left me all the way there. It just shoots you out, doesn't it? It's like, I mean, didn't pay for the fair ride all the way, clearly. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and try and mess about with the piano. But first, what I do want to do, I'm just going to do this off camera, is I'm going to try and set up a few things for the next episode. Because in the next episode, I want it to be the final one, because I've only got really three days to spare, because I need to get back to the farmland, obviously, at the weekend for everyone. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that in the next episode I'm planting in, harvesting and everything, and taking them to the soup factory to make the total soup. But also I want to try out the other production, which is the chips or the crisps, whatever you're calling them. So I need to go over to here and just drop a trailer load of potatoes in there, get it processed so it's ready to go, and we can have a quick look at that. There's nothing really else that's going to stand out as new. So I'll get that sorted now so it's ready for the next episode. But we're going to mess about with the piano. We're going to try and get that done. We're also going to try out the new mowers, and then all that I'll leave is for the last episode, or the third episode. We're going to go and get hands-on with the carrots, parsnips, and red beets from start to finish. All right, here we go. We've parked up outside the piano factory, if that's what this is, or maybe it's just a musician. Who knows? It might be like piano lessons. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this really easy. It needs planks. We're going to just spawn things in. We're not going to mess about. We want to find out if this is, yeah, what basically this gives. So a good thing about the EasyDev mod is I can just quickly do this. So we're just going to get a, not furniture, we want planks. So we've got 1,000 planks, 1,000 litres of planks. Does it still require planks? I think it might still require planks, you know. So let's just spawn in, I don't know how many I need, you see. And I know it's probably going to take time to progress through. You can see that it's saying that it's got the progression. Maybe it is just as simple as waiting and skipping time. So because I've only got to do the mowing and the grass, let me just check if I don't mess anything up here. Yeah, it's field 78. That we've got. Grass can be harvested all the way through, so that should stay the same. It's just if the grass goes back down, but then again, we really need to get through time anyway, so let's progress to the next in-game month, so November, and we'll see what goes on. We'll go to 5,000. No more than 5,000, because usually, you know, it's not the wisest thing to do. And we can check it now just quickly, just to see what's going on. 11%. Let's just stand here. It's probably easy to do. Right, so I thought I'd just cut back here. We are progressing through time. It is taking a little bit of time. You can see that I'm at 94, well, 95% really. And I have spawned in a few more pallets of planks. But what I have noticed is in there, you can see that there is a piano starting to slowly form. Like as the time went on, the piano was kind of being built. So you can hear as well the sound effects. There's a piano in the background and then someone banging away with a hammer. So yeah, I just thought I'd point that out because if anyone was interested, I am intrigued to know though what happens at the end. So I'm gonna carry on. We don't really need to do anything till April. Everything that we got processing, so like the chips, and we've done a few pellets of the parsnip soup, haven't we, as well? That's all gonna crack on. So we're in February. As long as we can get mowing done, there we go. So something's happened. We've 54,000. 54,000. So basically, you take planks here, and then after a certain period of time, the guy builds a piano, he sells it. You don't do anything with it. You just see it in the shop being built, and then you get 54,000. And I'm sure I'm still on normal difficulty. I don't think I changed it back. Yeah, I didn't. So you never know. On easy, that might be even more. I'd expect so. So that's pretty much that done. It's good to know. If you want to make a bit of extra cash on the side, there's that option. If we go over to the plant, this potato processing, you can see that I've actually got some potato chips or crisps all happily processing through. I did put in some olive oil as well. I actually went with... no, I didn't go with olive oil. I went with sunflower oil, and it's processed pretty much everything. Got sunflower oil left as an excess, but it's only because it's using 5 at a time. But all the potatoes have processed, so a full tray load again, which is like 35,000 litres. And this is how many pallets we've ended up. So we've got, what? 10,000 litres there. Yeah, 10,000. So we'll make sure in the next episode to process through that. Let's have a look, though, see how much we did with the parsnips, because I'm sure we only took 10,000 litres. I'm sure we only took 10,000. No, we didn't. We actually took an extra 10,000 litres on top. So about 45,000 litres went into the parsnips for the soup. Let's just jump over to that factory just to see how it's going on. I can tell straight away that it's filled up where it spawns out. So yeah, this is parsnip soup. We've got quite a bit, haven't we? 16,000 litres here. So we'll get that sorted out as well in the next episode. But we will make the final soup, the total soup, which is, I imagine, it's the peak soup. It's got everything in. It's, it's good for you. Well, let's just have a quick look, though, because we are in now. We have progressed quite a bit of time. So if we have a look at the crop calendar, we are in February. We can do grass, so we can get the grass harvested at least. But we can't do anything till April. But let's try out the last thing that I wanted to do, which is jump to these mowers. And if the grass is in a good state, we can get through it. It says ready to harvest. It doesn't look very good though, does it? But at the end of the day, as long as we can harvest with these mowers, I'm happy. So let's talk about these mowers then. These are massive, aren't they? These are, what, I think they're Samaz, I think it's Samas or something like that, you pronounce it. I have seen them before, usually as mods though. So it's interesting to see it in-game. Yeah, usually as a mod. I'm not sure if they've done anything before this, base game-wise. I'd have to check that out. Let me just confirm that. I don't want to say it if it's not true. But if we go down to the manufacturers, it should include it with it being base game. Yeah, they have. They've got a lot of snow equipment there. And that's pretty much it. I think there's one other Tedder. So yeah, they've got one Tedder base game. But they've obviously added in 3 new items with the premium. And then the rest of it is for snow equipment, which I never would have guessed at all. But it's good to know. It's good to know. We are going to try the Tedder out as well. The good thing about these mowers, as you can tell, they are massive. They are really massive mowers. Let's just unfold that. Get that set up to go. Probably want to start her off here. And then we'll go forward a little bit. Nice sound effects as well. And probably about here we'll set up the rear mower to start as well. Now I have set up widespreading on this first pass, just because I want to see what it's like. I mean, I have gone with a large tractor as well. They are, they demand quite a bit. When we get to the end of the pass, I'll just show you the actual combined horsepower requirements for these. Got a nice working speed, 14 miles an hour so far, which is not bad at all. Lift lift this one up. Go to the end and lift that one up. Maybe not. Now we'll lift it up. There we go. And we'll get in position for the next pass. I do like the fact they have the toggle work mode as well, so we can do widespread and then we can drop a swath. But let's just have a quick look at them. If we go to this again, you can see the front one's 3.4 meters, the rear one's 9.4 meters. It's 220 horsepower with that one, 110 on top with that, so you're looking at 330. So it's a pretty much a large tractor. This is 60 horsepower and it's just under 9 meters. So beefy. I mean, these mowers are made for, you know, your big tractors, your larger tractors, which you can understand. So on the rear one now, what we're going to do is we're going to turn it off. We're going to turn it off. There we go. We're going to drop it down, but we're going to change the work mode. You can see that these drop down now. So if we turn this on, it should just throw into the middle with obviously the front mower and leave a nice swath. It is quite a wide swath though. I'd be worried that certain balers wouldn't pick that whole swath up. But it's nice to have the option. I mean, they are powerful. And they probably cost an arm and a leg, so why not? Why not? Yeah, I mean, we'd get through this field quick, wouldn't we? There'd be no issue there at all. What I might do is I might change to the other setting just because I want to try out that tether. So we'll finish this field off. We may as well. It's pretty quick. It is a pretty quick job after all. And then what I want to do with this is I want to change not to left swath or right swath. We want to do widespread. There we go. Right, so there we go. That is pretty much everything sorted. Look how that folds up. It's like a bloody transformer. That is crazy. But the field's done. That was easy. Really easy. But it's not a big size field, but it's not a challenge at all with that piece of kit. Right, so let's get into this then. I am interested in using this because it's got, I don't know what that is on the side, but I expect it's for the edge of fields. So let me show you what I'm on about. So with this, you actually have an option to toggle work mode. It's currently in standard, but it's got an option that says boundary spreading system. So what I'm going to guess is that it stops it going over the edge of the field. So like if you're doing the edges, that somehow just stops it. That's the only thing I can think it is. I haven't got a clue. But it's a nice little thing. I'll be honest, I do like this tether. It's not, you know, a massive one, but it's not a small one. It's kind of like the medium-sized tethers, which will fit pretty much a lot of people on a lot of maps and a lot of playthroughs. So this one I imagine is going to get used quite a bit. But yeah, that side bit, I'm not sure. But if we toggle it up now, does it spray over even more? It does. You can see. So it is stopping it from, it's kind of making a neat line at the edge, which I do like. That is pretty cool. So yeah, it has a boundary spreading system on this tether. Not bad at all. Now, it's a shame we don't get a baler with the pack, because if we did, I'd be able to show you do some hay bales. But I think that is pretty much it. That is it. We've done everything that I set out in this episode. We've got a lot left to do, but it's mainly going to be the planting, kind of saving the best to last, because them planters do look pretty cool. And I know we combine a few. So with us doing that, it's yeah, I'm hoping that it looks pretty cool. Let me just go up here, show you the field. This is the field. We're going to do probably... That's nuts. Look at the grass. So I've painted that grass down. That is nuts. I've just noticed that. So the texture that you get in your construction, if you go to decoration, if you go to landscaping, painting, plants, if you go to landscaping, plants, you can paint down grass. But in the winter months, look at it. It goes like it's grass that's gone, like it's dying grass. It's got drier. It looks like it's got, you know, no colour in it. But yeah, I like that. I really do like that. That's a difference. That is something completely new. But then I imagine in the summer months, not only do the trees start coming out, you know, in the springtime, the grass starts going green again. And even though this is like the wild grass, I call it, and when I looked at it at the start of the episode, you could see them little flowers in it as well. Yeah, that is pretty cool. So we'll have to make sure we look at that in April when we come back in the next episode to get working on this field. But I did get distracted, and I am digressing off my original point, which is I'm probably going to get a good planter combination going on. We're going to sort this out. We're going to proper do it all. We're going to lime it, fertilise it. We're going to use the new sprayers, everything like that. Everything that we can. So if there's weeding, we're going to use the new weeders, and we're going to get this field here with probably like 1, 2, 3, maybe 3, maybe 2 of each of the root crops of the new vegetables. And yeah, we'll go from there. I think that'll be a good way to end it off, and yeah, we'll have seen everything then that this expansion has to offer. But again, I pretty much repeat what I said at the end of the first one. There is some really good stuff in this expansion, and for me, so far, it's a must-have addition to the game, to Farming Simulator 22. But on that note, I am going to leave the video there, so thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it every time. Hopefully you're enjoying the videos. Hopefully you're enjoying the expansion as well. If you are, please give the video a thumbs up, and if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this one on Farming Simulator.